Hey, congratulations. You've made it through the workshop, and today we're going to graduate. But before we do that, let's talk about next steps. What do you need to do with all this great information you've learned and the exercises you've gone through to really get a program on the ground back in your home state or with the organization you work for? So first, you've done all these exercises. And this is the key to this whole program. You've done these exercises, cut and paste those exercises into the marketing plan, and you'll have a blueprint for your program. And it will be custom to the places you serve, the niches you serve. It'll have personas of the people you serve in there. It's really going to be a valuable document that you can use to pass upstairs and say, hey, boss, this is what I'd like to do. Or pass to the marketing department and say, here's a little head start on a communications plan. But do take the time, go back and finish any exercises you haven't finished, cut and paste them into that plan, and I promise you that's going to be a valuable document. So our first exercise is groundwork. Who do you know in each of those target cities? Jot them down. They don't have to be, it could be your brother-in-law, it could be your insurance agent, it could be a chiropractor. Anybody that you know in those target cities. What do they do? How might they be helpful? So let's say the chiropractor, for instance, right? At least you could talk to the chiropractor and say, hey, what's the best sporting goods store in town? Or where would you go to buy a smoker or a grill in your town? Or what's a great place to go to get vegetables, right? They know that place, they live there. They know people there. And maybe there are some people on your list that are even closer and more useful than a chiropractor. So I'm going to wait here while you finish this exercise. And when you're done, come back, push the play button. And as always, I'll be here. Hey, welcome back. I wouldn't leave you this late in the game, would I? So let's go on from here. More groundwork exercises. So who is the natural champion in your organization to help you develop this program? If it's a hunting program and there's a natural champion, jot that person down. If you got a couple ideas, jot them both down. Same with fishing. Who could help you make this thing happen? Next, on the other end of the spectrum, whose approval do you need to make it a reality? Jot those names or names down. As always, I'll be waiting right here. And we're back, and we are in the home stretch, ladies and gents. So before things get cold, other things that you need to do, right? You've stuck in through all these workshop exercises. Before you let this drift away like it does, finish or complete any incomplete exercises. If you're working with a team and one of you did one persona or one of you did one city or you split things up in any way, trade those exercises with each other now so that you get one big plan. Maybe if you both did the same thing, you want to compare it and decide which one goes in the plan. But if you work together, this is the time to get all that together and consolidate it. Go through the plan, the plan that we provided that now has all your exercises in it, and just indicate somehow the things that you think are going to be particularly challenging. So now it's time. You've thought about everybody. You've got your plan complete. You've got a second time through your plan and made some stars in the margins for the hard things. Meet with your champions and share what you've learned. So you thought, hey, Bob would be really helpful to get this rolling on the hunting side, and Cheryl would be really helpful to get it rolling on the fishing side. Get them together, share what you've learned. You've got the advantage, unlike having taken a live workshop. If there are sections of this that you think they would love to see, point them at them. If you think they'd like to take the whole thing, have them take the whole thing. But share what you've learned, at least verbally, and if not, use this resource. Develop together a pitch that you can get ready to take to that approval person. And you and your champion should go present to that approver. You get the buy-in from the approver, and some other people, and boom, you're on your way. Launch your program. Remember, evaluate. And to evaluate properly, you need some kind of a baseline. At the very least, that baseline is what the people said going into the class and what the people said coming out of the class. If you've got objectives like selling licenses or things like that, then you want to gather up that baseline information in advance. So evaluate, tweak things, repeat. And one last favor for me, go to Locavore, posteval.questionpro.com. There's a link below the video, and click that. Take a quick follow-up survey for us so that we can evaluate how we're doing. That is it. I really appreciate the time you spent. I hope it's been really helpful. If you've got any questions or you want to say any wonderful things, feel absolutely free to contact me, matt@djcase.com. We would love to hear from you. We hope that this has been really useful and wish you all the luck with your Locavore hunting and or angling programs. Thanks a lot. Hope to see you around.